Hey bosses, welcome back to the channel. I am going to talk to you today about how you can actually help your team feel more engaged while working remotely. So as you know, there are many benefits to working remotely, working from home. And the first one that comes to mind is zero commute time. So I don't have to worry about commuting at all. Another is less gas is being spent on, for my car, so I'm saving money there. One other thing that a lot of, and I've been guilty of myself, is that, I can actually wear my PJs to work in or sweatpants. Just on some days when you have your virtual meetings, maybe you gotta look professional from the waist up. But other than that, those are some really cool benefits. And another benefit was actually done by Stanford University. They conducted a study and found that 13%. I have my little notes here on the studies because I didn't want to forget. But 13% of employees were found to be more productive working remotely. So that is a good thing. However, obviously there are some things that are not as great working from home, that are more challenging, that as a boss need to be addressed. And so the first one obviously is people are feeling like they're all alone, and because they don't have that interaction that they used to have while working in an office. I mean, you would actually go pop in your coworker's office to check on things or chat, have lunch in the lunchroom or even go out for lunches. It was very nice and very connecting, let's say. And another challenge is, as a result, we are feeling more lonely, more sometimes maybe unappreciated because we don't have the access to our boss like we used to. And so we might be feeling that the boss is not seeing all those exceptional things that you're doing on a daily basis. And I have one coworker here that, excuse me for just a minute, I'm gonna have to grab because she just showed up yesterday. And so my son named her Bella. But yes, if anybody is missing a beautiful, friendly kitten, let me know, because this is a coworker that is rather right demanding. Yes. So some of the challenges obviously are very important because they inhibit sometimes our ability to work effectively. And one thing too, there was another study done by Smart, and they actually found that 88% of organizations have encouraged their employees to work from home whether or not they have showed COVID-19 symptoms or not. So that is going to be the wave of the future. I mean, businesses are finding that, even according to the Stanford study, that people are a lot more productive working from home. And from a business perspective, it's a lot more cost effective if they do work from home because you don't need that office space. So I am Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and if you are seeing me for the first time, I am a social psychologist, and I've been working with clients, with executives and business owners for 13 years and loving it. So, which is why I'm doing this for you guys. And if you actually have seen me before, then welcome back. I'm excited to see you again. All right, so let's get started. And I wanted to share that the reason I have this topic for today is because I have a former client ask me actually how she can engage her team more. And I thought if she's having this problem, then you guys might be having the same challenge as well. So I thought I would address it and provide an opportunity for you to have strategies to utilize with your team. All right, so we ready? All right, well, tip one on how to actually help your team feel more engaged is to actually host weekly virtual meetings. And I suggest that because people need to see faces. They need to have some kind of contact because they're feeling isolated, right? So if you actually hold your virtual meetings where everyone is on board and not actually on the phone, but actually you see everybody's faces, then this is an opportunity for everyone to feel connected. And it's also an opportunity for you to be able to check in on them. And if they have questions or, clarification on things, that's an opportunity to fulfill that need. And also, one thing that you as a boss should always be thinking about, especially during these times when everybody is working virtually, is to ask them how you as a boss can help them feel more connected. So ask them that question and see what kind of response you get, because I'd be really interested to hear about that. All right, so that's tip one. Tip two is we created virtual meetings. Well, let's create and host virtual casual hangouts. And this is an opportunity to be more social, still to create that interaction, but more on a social level rather than that work level. And with this opportunity, you can call it Hangout Fridays, wine down Fridays, or wine at 5. I'm kind of seeing a theme here. Yes, I like my wine. But with that, this creates the opportunity to have all team members feel like they're seeing one another and interacting, which is really, really important here. Now, tip 3 is to encourage teammates really to reach out to one another. And this can be easily done. So if maybe a birthday's coming up, have your teammates, call everybody. Call that special person, have everyone call that special person on their birthday. So appreciated. And maybe sometimes they might need a sounding board to discuss a challenge. Contact one of your colleagues. They would love to feel appreciated and needed. Maybe there's an opportunity to brainstorm. Take advantage of that as well. So all these are great strategies when it comes to having your direct reports work and get more engaged with their colleagues. Tip 4 is let your employees know that you value them. So we talked about feeling needed with the colleagues and coworkers together. Well, you as the boss should make your employees feel valued as well. And so when it comes to your team, celebrate those successes that they have, acknowledge them because this makes them happy. Also, if they have work anniversaries or birthdays, then send them birthday cards or work anniversary cards. This also helps them feel connected. And one more thing is to share team successes. So when it comes to individual, that's great, but also share team successes to show that they are valued. All right. Now, tip 5 is to actually empower your employees, whether while they're working virtually. So a lot of times when it comes to decision making, we as bosses just do it ourselves, especially in this virtual world. And that's great at times, but other times you do have teammates, you do have direct reports that would love to be able to share in that decision-making process. So empower them to be able to make some of those shared decisions. They feel valued and they feel like they are contributing. All right, now I can't even do tip 6 with my fingers now that I'm holding also my notes for my data. But tip 6 is to train your managers. So yes, you might have a really good idea on how to manage and lead virtual teams. However, your managers may not. So when it comes to training your managers, make sure that they have the skill sets that are going to help them lead their virtual teams. And so when it comes to effective communication, make sure that, honestly, I would maybe lessen the email if possible and increase the group chats and the virtual video conferencing. And that, like I shared before, creates that ability to be able to see everybody, see facial expressions, those nonverbals that you're looking for, to make sure that they're understanding what you are needing from them. And it helps everybody feel very connected. So when it comes to training managers, make sure you do that. Make sure that effective communication is part of the process, and this will help. And there was actually another study done, and this study actually found that 56% of employees believe managers should update their skills to support a virtual team work environment. So make sure that you help them be better prepared for this new virtual environment that many of us are now working in and will probably continue to work in. I mean, I've been virtual for a while, but most of my clients also, some of them actually preferred face-to-face. So with that, keep in mind, connection is key no matter what environment that you're working in, whether it is face-to-face or virtual, but especially for virtual. All right, so let's recap. The 6 tips that I shared today are: 1 is to host virtual meetings, 2, host virtual casual hangout meetings, 3, encourage teammates to reach out to one another, 4th is actually let employees know that you value them, and then 5, empower your virtual employees, and then 6, train your managers. So with those 6 tips, I am very confident that your team will start to feel much more connected to you and your leadership, and that is going to be a win-win on both sides. So if you liked this video, you found value in it, like it down below, and feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to do that, and share it if you know someone else might need those same kind of suggestions and tips to help them with their teams. So with that, I am actually helping you and hoping that you become the boss that your employees want to work for. All right? Bye.